YouTube community guidelines is just unfair. It's unfair to the little person. The only thing I can think is that I hope that other channels are facing the same dilemma. You know, if you're a big, powerful YouTube channel, then I guess they can't really do nothing. I mean, I could sit here and I could tell you, well, it's ham operators being a troll. Or, you know, I crossed somebody because I sold them a bad radio or something. But as far as I know, I've never done anything like that. Because I said Radioporium or radio whatever it is a bad eBay seller, so they flagged my video. Well, it's the truth. I guess if you post videos on YouTube, you take that risk. You take the risk of being harassed. You take the risk of people finding out where you live. You take the risk of the FCC watching videos. The risk is mine. So why people would add to my dilemma kind of shows their character. I'm just one guy with a camera. I don't even own a computer. So, for somebody to do that to a guy such as myself, you know, I have health issues and different things. This is kind of a hobby for me. This is kind of something I did because I like to do it. Something that I found enjoyment out of. But it's turned out to be not the case anymore. Because I can't post stuff on my scanners. I can't post stuff on the CB. You can't have music playing in the background or television or my scanners. You can't have any of that stuff going. So what does that leave my channel? That just leaves my channel to where I sit here and I rant and rave about nothing. Because you can't do nothing about nothing. And you can't fix stupid. So, you know, I'm pretty stupid. Because I can't figure it out. You know, you sit there and you go through the guidelines and it says, you know, sexually explicit, drugs, violence, harm, you know, all those things. I'm not telling anybody to go do something stupid. I'm not telling people to, you know, take revenge on public. That's not me. Why would I do that? I feel that now in these days, ever since the president election, people have changed. People seem to do things that just say, hey, look at me, look at me. You know, ha ha ha, I did this to some person, ha ha ha, you know, this happened, or ha ha ha, I caused them to do this, or ha ha ha. It's just, it's ridiculous and pointless, and I don't understand why people choose to do that other than the fact that they say it's fun. It's funny. It's funny to watch somebody get mad. It's funny to watch somebody post a video complaining about something that they did. It just makes no sense, and it questions to me that is there something else going on with that person? Are they having a bad life? Or does their wife and kids hate them? Did their dog run away? You know, these are questions that you will never know. So, I guess the only way to beat the problem, to combat the problem to a solution, is not post any videos. Because who's going to just sit here and listen to me rant and rave and not have any radios on? I mean, that is my channel. That is what runs my channel. That is what people come back for. They don't come back to listen to me complain. They come back to watch my videos on my radios. A lot of times, what else happens is that people like to make up fake accounts portraying you that's not you. Whether it's via YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. They will come up with a account and portray you as a bad person when that's not the case. It's just some idiot making up a false account and, making you look like a bad person. It is illegal. You're not really supposed to do it. But on the other hand, you can't get in trouble for it. It's like, what are they going to do? Come to your house and say, hey, you're the craftsman, you're under arrest? How would you track that back to a person? Through their IP address? Well, I've heard people talk that they can route their signal through any router they want. Could be in China. Could be whatever server. You just can't say and do anything anymore. You can, but YouTube won't promote your video. Advertisers won't advertise. There's just things that you can't do it. You just can't. You can't ever succeed. And it's always been that way. The rich stay rich and the poor get poor. There's no way to change that. There is no in between. There is no middle class. You're either poor or you're rich. People who are rich have ungodly powers and can say and do things that a normal average Joe has no control over. And so much so as to even after our president election. So if they flagged this video and didn't flag the one before, it's because I mentioned the president election. You have certain rights. That's about all I can say is you have rights. You can say whatever you want without getting in trouble. But all of a sudden, YouTube feels that they're a dictator. And that they can force people into doing this or that or this or that. Well, if that's the case, they're no better than communism. They're no better than a troll. These are the dilemmas that not only do I suffer, but a lot of YouTube users suffer. And they're probably going to do just like I am. Just won't post stuff. Why should you post something if it's just going to be shot down anyway? So that's that. And stay tuned for the next one. I'm sure I'll be ranting and raving about that one too.